The Vermont Agency of Agriculture, Food and Markets thanks you for taking the time to watch this short video. The nursery and landscaping industry can help mitigate the spread of spotted lanternfly by learning about this pest, how to identify it, and what to do if you find it. Spotted lanternfly was first detected in 2014 in Berks County, Pennsylvania. Since 2014, spotted lanternfly has spread to other states. As of March 2022, there are active infestations in 11 states. The wide dispersal of this pest is the direct result of human-aided spread. There has been a lot of focus on spotted lanternfly because of how much of a nuisance they are. They cover trees by the hundreds and swarm in the air. The sweet substance they secrete, known as honeydew, coats everything around them, for example, on cars, decks, and playgrounds. Sooty mold grows on the honeydew, and the sugary excretions often attract stinging insects. Unfortunately, the spotted lanternfly is more than just a nuisance species. Nursery stock and agricultural crops are vulnerable to damage caused by these insects. As you can see in this video, this apple tree is infested with many, many spotted lanternflies. While spotted lanternflies are harmless to animals and humans, they feed voraciously on many economically important crops, like grapevines, hops, ornamental nursery plants, and a wide variety of trees. Spotted lanternfly is known to feed on over 70 different species of host plants. These include maple, willow, poplar, and fruit trees like apple, plum, cherry, and peach. As the honeydew accumulates, it is often colonized by sooty mold. Sooty mold does not directly harm plants or the surfaces on which it grows, but it does block photosynthesis in affected plant leaves. With dense groupings of spotted lanternfly, understory plants may die because of the sooty mold buildup on their leaves. The image to the right of your screen is of an egg mass from the previous season. You can see that spotted lanternflies lay several vertical rows of eggs. The gray putty-like covering you see on fresh egg masses is missing in this image, but can be seen in the other photo. The overall length of an egg mass is about 1 inch. The putty-like substance covering the egg masses can also dry out or become distorted before eggs hatch. The covering then can take on a dried, cracked earth appearance, as seen in the image on the left of your screen. A tire track pattern can also be seen when eggs are scraped from the surface. Both of the egg masses on the stone pictured on the right are 2 to 3 weeks old. Spotted lanternflies lay egg masses on virtually any flat surface, as you can see in these photos, as well as the ones in the following slides. What can you do? The most proactive action that can be taken by nurseries and landscapers is knowing where your orders are originating from. If a truck full of plants is coming from an infested state, check in advance to make sure that the nursery you receive stock from is under a compliance agreement with their state Department of Agriculture. Isolate and inspect shipments as thoroughly as possible upon arrival. For tall plants such as bald and burlap nursery stock, tipping the trees horizontally and laying them on the ground will allow for a closer and more thorough inspection. In the event of a detection of a nymph or an adult, please kill the insect and contact us at the Vermont Agency of Agriculture. In the event of egg mass detection, please scrape the egg masses off into alcohol to ensure the eggs don't hatch, and then contact us at the Vermont Agency of Agriculture to make a report. Here's a short video produced by Pennsylvania Extension explaining how to properly scrape spotted lanternfly egg masses off of flat surfaces.
So we're going to scrape an egg mass of the spotted lanternfly, and we're we're looking at the underside of a bench that was under a tree where there were a lot of insects. So here's the egg mass. It's covered with the putty-like substance, and you can see a few eggs protruding out the bottom of this one. So I'm going to just put a Ziploc type bag under this egg mass and use this card to scrape the egg mass and have it land into the bag. I'll do another one here. I'm using the card to just get underneath it. You can see some of the viable eggs are starting to ooze out a little, and that way I know those eggs would have been alive. I'm getting it into the bag, and then I have some just regular rubbing alcohol from the drugstore in the bag, and as soon as the eggs come into contact with the rubbing alcohol, that will kill them.
Please take a moment to look at this checklist. This list is not comprehensive, but it does provide examples of what types of items you might consider inspecting if they are arriving from an infested state. Please report sightings or detections of egg masses, nymphs, or adults to the Vermont Agency of Agriculture. If nymphs or adults are detected, please capture and kill the insects. After eliminating the risk of spread, collect at least one specimen and place it in a non-crushable container to be photographed for identification purposes. Send photos with a coin or ruler for scale to the Agency of Agriculture email listed on the screen. The subject line should contain SLF, followed by the nursery license number that is issued by the Agency of Agriculture. In following suggested protocols to isolate and inspect nursery stock and taking measures to manage or treat, you can feel confident you are selling or installing plants and trees that are free of spotted lanternfly. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please keep an eye out for the spotted lanternfly this season and help us try to keep spotted lanternfly from establishing itself here in Vermont.